Brennan in Kentucky, what's on your mind?
Last time I called in and mentioned my political leanings, and I'm a libertarian.
Okay.
The guy you interviewed yesterday wasn't a real libertarian. His education proposal involved oppressive taxes to function, and I have a different proposal.
Interesting.
For an education solution.
Well, tell us.
It's kind of like a Hunger Games type of scenario. So there's no adult teachers, and all the kids are in the same class, and then they have a standardized test. Whoever scores the highest is the teacher, and then whoever scores the lowest is given a child labor waiver so that they can join the workforce. So it's kind of a two birds, one stone type of approach to solving the teacher shortage and the labor shortage.
Well, where do you house them, right? So, and then the kids in the middle, right? The ones who aren't the ultimate idiot, or the smartest one, who's now the teacher and the authority figure. Where does this take place in terms of like eliminating all costs, so you don't have to pay teachers, right? It's smart kids running smart kid running the show. Where does this happen?
So that's kind of up to the parents to invest if they think their kid has a good chance in making it through the Hunger Games of the school. Okay,
so individual, like, just, incentives for parents to invest. Do they get their money back? Like, what's the return on investment?
Well, theoretically, it's the education they would gain if they think that their kids.
That's not very free market friendly, though. There needs to be actually something tangible, not just education. Brennan,
I want to jump in here. I'm not a libertarian, but my idea when you say this to you is we involve crypto somehow. We tokenize the testing process. And so not only do the worst testers become child labor, they are indebted to the system for a series of like learning tokens. And then we repeat this sort of testing process on a monthly basis until you've sorted off the bottom 50%, or as I call them, like the Joe Bidens, into the workforce. And then only the top 50% are allowed to be in school by the second semester. And they're the ones who are accumulating these learning tokens while the workforce are forced to make the tokens via mining lithium.
And naturally, so, the second semester, the second semester, Brandon, has to be some sort of like trade school, one where you're immediately understanding how to contribute to industry, and none of that history or math, or maybe math if you're going into some sort of crypto coding, but that can be a waiver as well.
No, so we have 2 tracks in our school, and I'm sorry I've taken over the libertarian caller's idea, but that's libertarianism for you, baby. It happens. So we have 2 tracks in the school. It's dog world. So we have 2 tracks in the school. We have the STEM track and we have the heterodox thinker track. And so if you prove yourself, if you've proven that you're more like logic minded, you go on the heterodox thinker track, and then you just spend the school year arguing about how good quality your ideas are without sharing them. Then the STEM track just does like math and shit, so that the heterodox thinkers can keep their hands clean of like actual practical things. And of course, the heterodox thinkers make more learning tokens.
I like that. You need an athletic track too, and just make sure you ban name and image likeness profits, and all the proceeds go back into funding the school. That way, it's self-sufficient.
I would imagine that the basketball team, would resemble the kind of basketball that a lot of people reminisce about. And by people, I mean Charlie Kirk, where we have this sort of like all white, but Eastern European, I forget what he was saying. They were Slovenian or Slovakian in his district, but that's what this would be. Because the black kids would be shunted towards, I don't want to say the workforce, but that's probably how it would pan out.
And I think the only sports that should be incentivized are like maybe cycling, where it's one of those bikes that charges itself. And so that can create the energy that is put into the crypto mining.
Smart.
We've already invented a more functional school in the UATX, just off from riffing.
Brennan, I'm just so glad that we were able to come together with some high-level ideas.
Yeah, I'm gonna need some time to recover.
All right, take your time.
Intellectual.
Later.
Yeah.
And maybe submit this to
guys.
University of Texas Austin. They might have some fun with it.
Or the Forward Party.
Exactly. All right, thank you guys.
Later.
I got to say that opening line of that, the guest you on yesterday wasn't a real libertarian. That one almost fooled me, because that's what we often hear from every single libertarian who calls into the show. Since I was in that room doing the show on a daily basis back in like 2011.
Yeah.
So, it's been you really had down the libertarian mindset.
Oh, yeah.
The truth about libertarianism is that it's such an individualistic philosophy. There's only one of them. And the rest of the libertarians are just incorrect.
Well, exactly, right? Because you're not a true libertarian if your brand of libertarian isn't incredibly arcane and particular in your own mind.
I gotta say, though, that guy didn't seem like a true libertarian.
No.
I mean, agreeing to 90% tax rates and then saying, like, even as a joke, like, any libertarian worth its salt would have been like, absolutely not, you authoritarian. Like, as opposed to saying, yeah, we're all on the same side. Look at us being so agreeable, and then tweeting about it like you're pathetic.
You think Gary Johnson would have agreed to a 90% tax rate?
Never.
And what is Aleppo?
Wow, what a callback.
Wow, that was, I would say, wow.
Bradley just really picking like
Thursday.
from
like
the bottom of the bin there.
I'm watching news broadcasts from 4 years
ago. The 2015 soundboard.